past weeks have been so wild, right? Chaotic, unpredictable, uneasy. But surprisingly, this full moon in Taurus gives us a chance to root down and get back to ourselves. Of course, it's not without a lot of work. It is a lunar eclipse after all. So, not only does it give us a chance to look back at where we've been when the new moon was in Taurus 6 months ago, but it's also tied to a series of eclipses between Scorpio and Taurus that started in November 2021. Yeah, we gotta go way back. We're wrapping up larger lessons. Do you remember what happened back then? What started? What you were struggling with? And how have you changed since? What's no longer a problem? What's still nagging at you? 2 years is a long time. And sometimes, for some of us, it feels like an instant. Or it could feel like both. I think that's true for me. There's still a lot of things that I'm grappling with from that time. And in a lot of ways, everything's so markedly different. But there are times when it feels like the same thing. Thankfully, this is the final eclipse of the year. So if you've been feeling like things are out of your control, you're not alone in that. This eclipse will give you a chance to let it go. Or at least, things should stabilize. At least a little bit. But it'll depend on what you're doing. It'll depend on you. Then again, isn't that always the case? More specifically, what I mean is, there's a lot going on that gives us every reason to feel like any effort is futile. That the path forward is too elusive. But that's the thing, you know? We're not going to know until we get there. Whatever lies beyond this path is murky, and it's probably unlike anything we've lived through. And if we look at the High Priestess, she stands at the gate between the sacred and profane. She holds the key to the divine and asks you if you're ready to take a step in that direction. She beckons you, and she invites you, but she never pushes you. Only you have the ability to take that step forward. It is always a choice. But it's hard to know if you're ready, right? How do you know when it's finally time to take the next step? What are the signs to look for to know you're moving in the right direction? And that is what the High Priestess asks of you. And it is difficult to see the big picture right now. During this eclipse, the Sun, Mercury, and Mars are opposing both Jupiter and the Moon. The goals we have and the trajectories that we've been plotting are obscured. And we have Saturn trining the Sun, so those long-term needs are getting loud too. But at the same time, because the moon is in Taurus, there's an emotional and bodily desire to ground down and feel secure, to feel those creature comforts. And that takes priority, to be honest. So I'm here, in this way. Because sleep is so important, you know? If you've been neglecting your bodily needs and not getting enough rest, that takes priority. You gotta move things off of your plate. You gotta be honest about what tasks you absolutely need to do and what you don't. And if you feel like you have that on lock, and yet you're still wondering what it's going to take to keep moving you forward, you can start with where you've been. You can start by celebrating where you've been. The Six of Wands honors the progress that's been made from a difficult chapter. A return from battle. Someone who's walked through the fire and come out the other side. You can and should honor the hard work that you've put to get where you are right now. Even if there's a chance that place isn't going to be where you stay. But those lessons and the skill sets you've acquired, you can take those anywhere you want to go. Once you've learned them, they're yours. No one can take that away. They may not be used in the exact same way, but you'll find a purpose for them in whatever new enterprise or project or chapter in your life. Because there is a pressure for change right now. Loose ends aren't just being tied up, they're being snipped. Still, this eclipse gives us a chance to sit in the seat of our power, to walk away by choice, and not merely let something fade in the background. And yeah, that's bittersweet. And for many of us, probably painful. But there's still beauty in knowing that it was our choice, that it was something decisive. So we all need to be honest with ourselves about whether or not the thing that we're leaving is something that we loved, or something that made us feel loved, or even just appreciated. Acknowledged. The Eight of Cups shows that even when there's a sense of fulfillment, even if there seems to be enough to go around, there's still a chance something may not click. Even if it seems like it's perfect on paper, if it doesn't feel right, you gotta walk away. And that doesn't mean you can't appreciate it for what it was. But you have to be honest about whether it's something you need right now. Because, as unfathomable as it may be, there is a pull towards becoming the best version of ourselves. To stand in what we've accomplished, what we've created on our own terms. The Nine of Pentacles signifies success and achievement. It's a garden we've grown, but it's a garden we've grown from toiling in it, from laboring in it. This grander vision of ourselves won't be attained without some work, some sacrifice, some knowledge on what to spend our time and money on. That's the Six of Pentacles, you know? Quite literally, there's a scale on the card to signify that. But in the coming days, you may also need to ask for help. Even though Libra season is behind us, the South Node is still there. We're all still figuring out what it means to give and take, and to balance a relationship so that there is a sense of fairness and equity present. Do you know if you've been giving or taking more? Who or what makes you feel like things are lopsided? Who or what has shown you injustice? Because there's a lot happening in the world, isn't there? That being said, no matter how weary you may be, or how futile things are, the sun still rises, you know? And I don't bring that up to diminish how awful things are right now. This is not a love and light thing, don't worry. But it is a reminder that we do orbit the sun. And knowing that it's there, always, is something to remember as we slowly edge out of this eclipse season. And as we try to reorient ourselves to something that makes sense again. The sun and its warmth, it still exists. Often, the sun as a tarot card shows up as an invitation to honor one's inner child, to indulge what made us happier back then, to do something for the sake of enjoying it, to do things we weren't allowed to do for whatever reason. So sometimes, pleasure is the purpose. And when things have been so unstable, if you can find time and space to just be, and to permit yourself to feel good, even for just a little bit, that could change everything. You can change everything.